I'm very impressed.
I got in touch with Sam Phoenix to reveal that the roster sticking together was entirely the roster's choice, but he wanted to force a change.
Bro, oh my god. So he's, dude, Shotzi's a genius.
Can't do much about that. He's a
genius. This is the fucking video where Tommy shit the bed. Fucking Zoomaa.
What?
Damn, Zoomaa.
Yo.
This guy Zoomaa shit the bed. He dropped 7. This happened last week. Yo, we gotta watch this back from Shotzi POV.
Bro, I was literally lagging, bro.
So Shotzi just casually streams and has his editor upload this. This is genius.
We're bright.
Tommy was lagging. It's the eyes. It's the lights. It's the lag. It's the this. It's the papaya. It's always something. It's always an excuse.
Papaya was hitting.
I can't believe how the champions have fallen. Tommy used to be an MVP. He was top of the game.
Nah, see, now I'm gonna cheese him. Now I'm gonna crybaby cheese him. Now I'm gonna crybaby cheese him.
Crazy.
Now I'm washed and I used to be good. Now I'm washed and a failure. I'm gonna do what Ben does. Hold on. Let me crybaby cheese, bro.
Dude, his editor's doing a great job with this.
I used to be good now. Now I'm washed and I'm a failure. Think he'll gas me? Think he'll gas me now? I'm seeking validation right now. Hold on.
I'm gonna just say it now. Chris, Boston Chris, I know you're in here, right? Yo, we definitely taking notes from Shotzi. Yep. We taking notes from Ant because Ant's doing it right. Yes, Chris. We taking Shotzi has the blueprint.
Come on,
you guys
Doug.
know like how LeBron James has 20
You gotta
years
take the bait, bro. Yeah, you think he takes the bait or no? I'm doubling down, bro.
Body right for 20 years. Shotzi has the blueprint for competitive COD views and growing a brand. Shotzi is the blueprint. We definitely taking notes from this.
Stop smoking weed. I quit, bro. I literally quit, bro.
What's open here?
Everything. Look at that live feed.
I literally fucking quit, bro. What's this guy talking about?
I have all the right guys.
I have all hedge, dead. There we go.
Middle map, crazy views. I don't know where he's at. I think he's like yellow van or something.
I'm baiting no here.
Nah, that's fucking crazy, bro. Nah, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Look at timer.
Nah, is he watching this? Yo, why is Doug watching this,
All
bro?
the different POVs. That makes this so much more engaging.
I have all in the middle, bro.
Yo, whose video is this?
Yo, guys, Tommy, stop. Yo, stop, man. You're not a failure, Tom. You're not a failure. You're a champion, Tom. You're a champion. No one can take that away from you. You know this, Tom.
Yeah, he's already on your chest. I stuck him though.
Wait, what did he just say? He's on your ass? Tom's going hard. Back alley choke, back alley choke.
Top dead. I got bottom,
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. Bro, I just look faded, bro. I just look fucking faded.
Yo, so Shotzi's
getting
editor
baited,
probably didn't
bro.
get this because I had to delete this.
Yeah, I was getting baited, bro.
That's probably why his editor didn't get this because he would have definitely went to my POV.
Nah,
by
that's
now.
crazy.
We're going.
Look at his stream. Look at Tom's stream. All right, wait, hold on. What's Tommy doing right now, bro? What the hell is going on?
Ah, shit, this is a bad die. It's not what it looks like, bro.
Is he watching it back too? Wait, what is Tom doing, bro?
It's not what it looks like, bro.
Oh shit! I hear myself in his stream. Wait, yo, no! Chalk this. Yo, go back to this, bro. No. What the hell is going on, man?
Nah, it's not what it fucking looks like, bro. Yeah, it's not what it looks like, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that was weird, bro. That was so weird.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Bro, you think Doug will play rank play with me?
Are they playing with EQ on? Yeah, they could be.
Are they playing with EQ?
Wait. Look at Tony, bro. This guy's not even fucking moving. Actually, he's picking up the cut. It's a good play. Let me see if Doug's in a TS, bro.
Connected.
They can go deep on me.
Channel
Damn,
switched.
he's not, but Tony Montana
User
is.
was moved to your
I don't
channel.
mind this off angle, Zin. I'm gonna take some notes from you, Zin. I mean, my season's over. I'm fucking done now. But
One shot.
whoa, wait, hold on. Did he just get joked? Wait.
Nah, these guys were fucking jokes, bro.
Did Ant just get fucking bullshitted, bro? Are we dead ass?
Nah, these guys were fucking jokes, bro. Nah, these guys, I'm telling you, bro. These guys are actually fucking jokes, bro. Yo, Val, did you put the kill where I got joked or no? Val, did you put the kill where I got joked in this video or no? I don't think you did, actually. Did you put it in this video? I've never seen this video. I don't know, bro. You died every life. Bro, it was at the end, bro. It was at the end, Vals.
Tommy said join TS. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, did Tommy actually tell me to join the TS? Or you guys fucking with me?
Nah,
This is what happened with me and Seth that one time, and that's why we reacted to the roasting thing with that. Because everyone was like, oh, this, that, the other thing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, okay, baby.
Yeah, nah. People do be doing that shit, bro. People do be doing that shit.
Line ass, he's got it.
That's crazy, bro. Why is Doug watching this shit, bro? Yo, why is Doug fucking watching this shit, chat? Oh, he's in my TS.
Sound resumed.
Yo, Doug, why are you watching this shit, bro?
Dude, should I just turn it off? Because
Nah, you can watch it. Now you can watch it. Now you can watch
he
it.
had the, you know, I was just looking at his content and, you know, I just stumbled across this one that looked really interesting. It said censor Zoomaa methods, so I clicked it.
Yeah, clicked it. Yeah, you could click that. Yeah.
I just wish that I had like a,
What the? This guy's
like a
shooting through
real,
walls.
I just wanted like a POV of Zoomaa, like the full POV.
Yeah, no,
you know?
bro. Yeah, where's that at, actually? We got to see that.
I'm only seeing like clips of it. Like I tried to find it, but it was deleted. It was weird. I couldn't find it anywhere.
What do you mean? On YouTube? Somebody deleted it on
I'm
YouTube?
trolling. I'm just no. I was just making a joke. Like you deleted it because you got shit on.
Nah. I uploaded it on my channel.
Oh, did you actually?
Yeah. I uploaded that shit, bro.
You know, I played these guys in the LCQ like 3 days later. This exact team.
These guys aren't even. These guys are pretty good.
They fought really hard. They actually fought us really well.
Yeah, nah. I was getting fucking dumped on, but we were keeping it close. But yeah, this was not my best map here, Doug. It wasn't my best map. It is what it is, you know? Sometimes in life you're gonna fall, Doug.
Dude, everyone goes in a blender or Mercado hardpoint, especially SMGs, man. You're not the first, you're not the last. It could happen at champs too. I mean, I've seen some great players on this game drop 7, drop 8. You know, like
Nah, duh, I wasn't
it's
even.
just Mercado,
but
man.
If
It's
you
how it goes.
if you watch my period, I was just running though. I was actually faded, like on some real shit, I was just running at him, like just faded as fuck. But I will say this, Doug. I will say this. Hook went 0-10. Where the fuck? Yo, Hook went 0-10, bro. Can you believe that?
Wait, Kyler went 0-10?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Now. A pro player on Optic Gaming went 0-10?
I can't believe that, right? I can't believe that, bro.
When did this happen?
I think it happened maybe last night, man. Maybe last night or something, bro. Maybe last
So
night.
is he getting dropped now or some shit? Because he went 0-10?
Nah, bro. He was just, I watched it, bro. Kyler was he was just trolling, bro. Kyler was just trolling. He's good, bro. He's chilling. Kyler's chilling. But I was just fucking around. But he's good, Doug. He's good, bro. He was just, it was S&D8s, bro. Like, he's chilling. Kyler's been going crazy for them in Surge.
No, I'm messing around. I mean,
Yeah,
he's been like, he's arguably been their best player this entire year.
Nah, I'm just being federal right now because, you know, I'm just being an asshole. But I do got to remember that, like, see, when I go 7-32 and shit, people are cooking me, like, yo, it's not a big deal, bro. You know what I mean? But you know how it is, Doug. Like for a pro player to actually go negative, like people actually like go crazy about that shit, you know? But it's like, bro, it's like at the end of the day, bro, like it's one map, bro. One map.
Wait, Tom, are you still watching this shit right here or no?
Yeah, I'm watching you. Watching this.
Wait, look at this, Tom. Hold on. Okay.
Look, 2 of my kills got stolen right there. Did you see that? 2 of them.
Look, this happens to me all the time. I'm going to tell you as the guy who's usually in your situation here, Tom.
Okay.
Look at the scoreboard. Like, yes, it looks bad. I see that. But look at the scoreboard. Look who's winning.
Bro, that's what, Doug. See,
that's
you,
a good 3 out of you, though.
Bro,
you know what I mean? You're enabling me to soak the hill because of your pressure. And then Shotzi and Methods are getting the cleanup kills.
Bro, and I was putting shots into mad people, Doug.
That's all. It's all about team shots,
bro.
Tom,
I was putting mad shots down. I just wasn't getting kills. I just wasn't getting the kills. You know, like I wasn't finishing kills, but like I was getting it. I was impactful, Doug. That's all that matters. That is some of the most impactful shit you're ever gonna see right there, Doug. Bro, but this is where y'all checked me, Doug. Y'all checked me though. We were up 100, and then y'all started. Somebody goes 3.
Oh, yeah.
It started clowning me, Doug.
No, I'll blame Shotzi for this one because
he costed us. Shotzi fucking costed us.
No, Shotzi and Methods both costed.
No, they actually fucking did, bro.
They got out of the dude. You were in your flow state doing your thing, and then they just checked you and took you out of your flow state.
Rewind that. Where the fuck did I get shot from right there?
Wait, when?
Right there, back alley when I'm snaking. I smoked this guy, bitch.
Right here?
I'm snaking. Yo, yeah, what the fuck was that? Through the wall. Yo, where was he shooting from? Slow that down, bro. Where is this guy?
You didn't know you could wallbang this, Tom?
Nah, you could wallbang that whole wall? Bro, the Scar is fucking OP, bro.
Look at this. Look at this bullets right here.
I'm snaking thinking I just got to kill. My teammates coming in behind me. We're pinching. Boom. This is perfect. Bro, I'm literally getting tagged to the fucking wall. Bro, the Scar is fucking OP. Bro, that was happening a lot. These motherfuckers were doing that on every map. I was getting wall banged everywhere, bro. Losing full. I can't believe this is how this game is played right now, Doug.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Scar on land is actually godlike, too.
Bro. And the sound EQ is bad too, bro. Doug, you can't make a play. I was literally just running, like trying to catch timings, but you literally can't catch timings. You can't.
Wait, didn't you use Dead Silence as a submachine gun player? And you had me and Zinni on the trophies?
No, but you had to. I'm saying I was just running at them. Like I wasn't sound horn like they. Bro, do you see how these guys are playing, bro? Like people are literally playing off their headset. They're literally playing for it. Like they're just laying down, tucking themselves. Like they're not even trying to make plays or catch timings. They're just waiting for a sound horn cue. Like that shit is crazy to me, bro.
So the bottom line is that these guys aren't clearly close to anywhere near your level because they're using all the Fugays. You're not. You're just running. You're not trying. And Shotzi and Zinni costed by getting you out of your flow state.
Well, I'm not going to say that they're not on my level, but I will say this. The skill gap in COD compared to the games that we were playing back in the day to now is fucking insane. The skill gap has gone so far down. It's not even close. It has gone so the bar, bro, literally sank to the fucking ground, bro. I'm telling you. Bro, back in the day, you could run around and shit on people. Like, if you were better, it would just, like, caught timings and were, like, quicker than them. Bro, there's a lot of things that they could do to bring that skill gap back. It's not like we don't have a good foundation here to make this a good game, because we do. With good maps and Dead Silence perk, good maps equals better spawns, Dead Silence. Like, bro, that shit would all come back. It would all come back.
Do you mind if I share my opinion on that with you? Because I agree with a lot of what you're saying.
Of course.
So, on a serious note, honestly, like, the whole wave...
Red dots.
This whole wave began with this, like, skill gap and all this bullshit because of Warzone popularity. This is my opinion. I think Warzone popularity encouraged competitive COD to go down this road. And with what other games are doing, like, I don't know, maybe a game that my buddy Pat works on, and the way that was received publicly, it might give indicators for people like Call of Duty, and also with the recent lack of success that this game had in terms of players actively playing it daily, maybe they'll start realizing, like, oh, people don't like this, and people want something that's, like, competitive and challenging. I think that will be the next wave that happens in these next 5 years, and that's my honest opinion. Like, I do think that there will be more of a skill gap. There will be more of a competitive edge.
You think so? I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Doug. I really
think that this whole, like, era
What
of
makes you think that? What makes you think that, bro?
Because this all happened once Warzone became super popular, and now Warzone isn't as popular as it used to be, and players want something that takes skill. That's all they're saying everywhere. So I think that because of the numbers of Warzone and everything dropping,
look at that
this whole skill gap thing that is some good snaking out of you, Tom.
Yep, and I got
the best thing you did on map.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm in.
No, you're spitting though. You fucking spitting though. Go fuck yourself, Doug. But you're spitting though. You know what I mean? You're spitting. But bro, I the only reason why, Doug, I'm calling bluff, is just because we always have high hopes, bro. We always have high hopes, and we never get what we want. We never get what we want, bro. We never get the game. Sometimes, I will say sometimes we do, but recently we haven't. And I think you can agree with that. How
did we feel about Cold War 2 years ago? What do you think of that game? Competitively?
Cold War was a good competitive game. It was a good game. It was
not fun to watch in terms of, like, pubs or.
It was just I just thought it was kind of. I thought Cold War was kind of clunky, and like it was kind of just like, I don't know. Everybody just like Cold War just wasn't. It wasn't that appealing in terms of excitement, but it was a good competitive game, bro. It's like World War II. Like, World War II is one of the best competitive in terms of competitive games. Like a game that makes sense. Consistent spawns, like good maps, like, bro, that's where it starts. That's where, like, COD always was to me. You know what I mean? Like, boots on the ground, fuck it. And I don't want anybody saying fucking World War II is that boots on the ground. You blah blah blah. Like, bro, I won in jetpacks too, bro. I won in jetpacks too. You were
pretty damn good at World War II. Some would say an MVP.
Yeah. I got the trophies right there.
It speaks for itself.
And people can't say boots on the ground bullshit and any of that fucking shit because I was fucking got like an AW, which in my opinion was probably the biggest skill gap COD we've had. In my opinion, I think the jetpack CODs were the biggest skill gap we've had in COD. Period. If you want my honest opinion.
Which one in particular? I think AW was the best.
Black Ops 3 AW. I mean, those two you could put them any order. 1, 2, 2, 1 doesn't matter. The jetpack COD era, IW was a tough year for me personally with the hand injury, but. Like, trust me, bro. Trust me. Like, I'm pretty confident on my opinions about like skill gaps in COD. And right now, bro, this COD, it's just not it in terms of skill gap, bro. Bro, Doug, put it this way. We're going to champ. Bro, I really feel like anybody can win champs. And yes, in the past, there's been anomalies. Like even in World War II, in my opinion, anomaly. Like there's going to be anomalies. COD is COD. But bro, like you don't see teams just straight like winning event after event after event after event. And you don't see that happening. You can't see. Teams can't master this game. You can't master it. That's the problem, Doug. You can't find a correct way to play it and master the game. There's just so much random shit that could happen and so much art. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with it?
I think it's a combination of a few things, but that is the biggest thing, because when I look back at Cold War, Atlanta FaZe clearly was the best team. They were constantly winning everything, but now they're just consistently doing well and not winning everything. You know, so I do think that you have a lot of good points that you're making. I also think that the skill gap has decreased, but I also think that the competition is really good too. Like I could, as an active player that's playing in challengers at the highest level, the competition is very good. Like it really is day to day. And it honestly always was like that. Even outside of the Cold War year, like even in Ghost or even in AW or even in IW and BO3, like Optic was the favorite of BO3 champs. They got top 8 to Lacefield and Aches. Like that's a huge upset, right? So like COD is still, it always will be a day-to-day game. But I think it just makes it even worse that the skill gap is even lower than it ever has been.
It does.
On
it
top
makes
of being a day-to-day game.
It makes it so much worse, bro. Like the skill gap is just like, bro. That's why you see players. They'll just like players will just fall. I know players go through slumps and shit. But bro, it's real. That's why whenever I see people playing consistently, Doug, like people like Paco and MC,
it's impressive.
Like, bro, it's fucking impressive, bro. Like when they're playing like at a consistent level, like constantly dropping good numbers and never having bad maps or like bad.
Yeah.
Like obviously they have bad maps, but you know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean. Like they, like just showing straight consistency, series after series after series, like. And if they're having like a bad series, like it is what it, like people don't think anything of it. They're like, he just had a bad series, whatever. Like next series he's gonna fucking cook, and then he always does. You know,
yeah,
like it's just it is what it is, bro. It is, like the skill gap is just not what it used to be. And when people bro, trust me, when I watch these guys play, bro, like they're different, bro. I can only imagine like some of these guys in like back in our day, like the AW, fucking Black Ops 3, like some of these like superstars that are in the league now, they would be fucking hella good, Doug. They'd be crazy.
The thing about Paco that really intrigues me is his spacing. Like, I used to think that Paco was a kill whore. Speaking honestly, I'm like, bro, this guy's just a kill whore.
Do you know how Paco got picked up?
No, I don't. But let me just finish that thought, because people are going to take this out of context.
Go ahead.
I rate Paco fucking high, like extremely high. Like, he's definitely top 5, 100%. But I used to think like, oh, this guy's a kill whore. Then I started realizing he wasn't just a kill whore. He was just really fucking good, and he didn't have the right dynamic. And now he has the dynamic he wants. He won last year with Crim, and now he won this year twice. Like, this dude, to me, man, I don't know. It's actually insanely impressive what Paco's been able to do. Because I always, like, if you consistently are getting good stats and not getting wins, I question it, you know? But he's doing good stats no matter what, and he's getting wins too. It's like, bro, you definitely are him. Like, that is definitely typical. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, do you know the story how Paco got picked up? Like, do you know how he got discovered? Like,
no, tell me about the story. I want to hear this.
Bro, listen. Bro, people call Clay the Godfather, whatever. Bro, the Hydra was all New York subliners, bro. I'm pretty sure that was like Farzam and Rohit. Like, they found him. Like, Clay, I think Clay might have. I don't know if how involved Clay was with it. Clay might have been involved with it too. Clay might have been like, he might have thought he was really good, but New York, it was New York who was really pushing for him. Like, they really wanted him. All because of a sniper montage, bro.
Wait, seriously? Do you know what this montage is?
Bro, I gotta see if I can find this sniper montage. Bro, and listen. I watched the sniper montage. I watched it, and I was like, yeah, this guy's nice as fuck. He looks nice. You know what I mean? Like, he looks really fucking good. But on a competitive standpoint, like, I feel like not many of us knew much about him other than just watching some of the VOD. Like, we would, like, his I think his agent was, like, linking us VOD and shit. We were watching some of his VOD.
Wait, what year is this? Cold War or is this MW?
No, this is MW.
Dude, I remember because I was a part of Subliners with you, and I remember us. I remember Clayster.
Oh, no. Sorry, MW going into Cold War. Like going.
Yes, I remember this.
MW going into Cold War. Sorry.
I remember hearing about this guy Hydra, and I was like, okay, like, because I'm really big into like fighting talent too, obviously, and like, I'm like, okay, French dude, Hydra, cool. And it was Clay talking about him, and I don't really doubt Clay because Simp and Abizi, the championships and everything. So it's like he usually doesn't miss when he talks about talent. And I remember you were right. Like New York really was really they were like, this is gonna they were whispering sweet numbers in my ear saying I'm gonna be the face of their franchise. They said it to you as well. They were definitely targeting Hydra. Like they wanted that guy, and I didn't really know what their research was on him, but I mean, fair freaking play because honestly, I would have probably not even scouted Hydra. And I think I'm a really good talent scout. I don't even think I would have scouted Hydra. So fair play to New York for that one because they definitely have their golden boy with him.
Yeah,
based off of montage is crazy though.
I just messaged him. I just DM'd him on Twitter. I'm gonna try and get that montage. I'm gonna try and get the montage. I'm gonna see if we can get it. Because I know for a fact, I know for a fucking fact, 100%. They literally linked me a fucking sniper montage. I'm not even trolling. To
convince you to get him on the team, or to get your approval.
Yeah, to get my approval. Like, yo, what do you think about this guy? Like, they were trying to get my approval, and they were.
He never competed before that montage. He was just like a pub stomper, or what did he do?
No. He had scrims and shit. Like he had VOD for sure. I don't know. I think he was playing overseas somewhere. Like he was definitely playing in France. Like he was playing competitive COD. I don't know what exactly he was playing. The chat might know what he was playing. But he was definitely playing. It wasn't like we didn't have any footage on this guy at all playing competitive COD. Like, I'm pretty sure we saw some footage. But we didn't know who the fuck he was. Like, we didn't know who he was playing or what he was. We didn't know any. When we saw this VOD, we were like, what is this? Just like pickups, like eights? Like, for Doug, if I play pickup eights with the team speaking here, like... Bro, I might just look like a fucking god if I'm going hard as fuck. Like, if I'm going hard as fuck, like, actually just going crazy, like...
You would genuinely look like the world's best player.
Right. So it's hard to tell. One thing with Paco, though, is, like, the eye test, like, it was definitely there. Like, you can tell that he had, like, some finesse to his gameplay. Like, he was definitely a very, like, methodical, like, thought-out player, and he knew what he was doing. Like, watching him play, you could tell he was a smart player. So, like, we didn't think much of it. But New York was the team or New York, like the New York guys, the people behind New York, and you know who those people are.
Yep.
They were the ones who really pushed for him. I'm pretty sure. They really wanted him. They really liked him.
I can't lie, man. Like their plan worked extremely well. Like they want to make Hydra the face of the team. They want to bring him over to America. They want to get Daryl because him and Daryl are like tight, right? Like Hydra and Daryl are like very close. Didn't Daryl teach him English? Like my coach really looks up to Daryl on my academy team. Like he talks very highly of Daryl, and I always liked him too. And I was under the impression based off my coach that he actually took all the time out of his day to teach Hydra English. Not only is he coaching the team, but he's teaching the guy English at the I mean, now his English is like, how fluent would you say Paco is right now in English? Like 75%, 80%?
Bro, I'll tell you the first time I met Paco, we had to take the vaccines. You remember this? In order to go to the events, you literally had to take a vaccine, or you couldn't compete, or you literally couldn't fucking play. So we went to go get our vaccine. That was like the first time I met him. And bro, when I tell you he didn't speak a lick of English, bro. He spoke a little English where I was able to understand what he was saying and we could speak to each other. But like, bro, his English from then to now is like crazy. You can just tell, bro, even with his broken English, that he was just a good dude, bro. Like a good dude that's got like a good head on his shoulders, just wants to play the game, have fun, and he just seemed like a kid that was gonna be good at COD, bro. Just like a good kid, fucking grinds COD, fucking. He was just so happy to be there. You know what I mean? And it made me happy, bro. It made me happy, like, cause he was just cheesing the whole time. It's my, I was like, bro, this guy's hilarious. I love this guy. Like, Paco's my guy. And I met him day one when he came in. You know, like I
think I wished him good luck on his career because I think I was still a part of the subliners at that point. And I was like, I was doing the same. I was like, yeah, man. Like, I hope you have a great career. I hope everything works out. He's like, thanks. And we just never talked.
Yeah. And listen, people can say, because people say this, right? They say, oh, glazing and shit like that. Listen, bro, I've always showed love to Paco, man. Like since day one, like he'll tell you, bro. I've always thought highly of the guy. I always thought he was gonna be a good player, like from day one, bro. Literally from day one. Like, yeah, I'm happy to see
some of these Frenchies, Tom. Like, there's a guy in my chat named Yakuza. This guy in my chat, he's from France. He's a COD player, Yakuza. He goes, hello, guys. In France, there's a lot of talents like Hydra.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's very difficult to create some of the teams in France or improving challenges with all these cheaters nowadays. We need somebody to console back. Look, I can tell you firsthand, Tom, the guys who just won the last Challenger event, Abuza, literally is going to be a top 5 player in the CDL. 100%. I said it about Scrappy last year. I'm going to say the same shit about Abuza. Bro, these guys from France, man, best Challenger team I've ever played. Like, if it wasn't for those Frenchies, we're the champions of that last event in my head.
So Abuza's French?
He's from Belgium, but he plays on a French team with Cobra, Linz, and Brezzi.
Does he speak French?
I don't know. That's a good question, but
Like,
he had a lot
what
of
would
the
have
same-
happened if New York went full French with their team? With you know what I mean?
Dude, I
like that would have been
recommended to
crazy.
Abuza-
That would have been
I
fucking
told-
crazy.
Tom, I told Abuza, I was like, look, bro, your team is disgusting. I think your team of 4 in challengers can compete in CDL, and you guys are all like, I don't know if Abuza's French. I know he's from Belgium. I don't know, but like, they all do speak French. These guys are, bro, Tom, I was so impressed with how good they were. He does speak French. Joe DeCease, bro, I was so impressed. No bullshit. That was the best challenger team this year. That French team, I will be mind blown if they don't win champs next week. Mind blown if Abuza doesn't win that. They are definite. Like, we literally curb stopped all the competition at Toronto. They couldn't beat us in maps. Like, we were fucking 3-0 teams in 25 minutes all weekend long, and then we played Abuza and we couldn't win a map. That's how much better they were, bro.
So what's the deal here? Are they getting picked up? I mean, do you think they're gonna get picked up? If they don't get picked up, do you think people are fucking crazy? Doug, there's a lot of shit in the CDL right now, like shit teams, bro.
Look, if I'm a GM, I'm picking up Abuza and I'm saying who you want to play with.
Yeah, well, listen, there's a lot of good. Listen, I'll say this, right? There's a lot of shit teams, but all the players in the CDL deserve to be there. Like, they're good players. But bro, these CDL teams don't know how to make teams, Doug. They don't know how to make winning teams. Their roles and the way they think about COD is so off, bro. Like, I'm sorry I had to throw this at Boston, but I think Boston is one of those teams, bro. Like, I felt like they didn't really understand how to make a team this year, and it was kind of pissing me off, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I know you're on the Boston camp. I know you're on the Boston camp, bro. I know you're on the Boston camp, but it's just my honest thoughts. You know, I don't want to sugarcoat it. Like, I just want to be honest. And I got love for everybody at Boston, of course. Even the coaches, like the coaches too, and everybody. I think you guys got a good foundation, great organization. I think you guys got incredible talent and good coaches. Like, I think you guys got a good system there. I just don't agree with the decisions that have been being made. And that's that. You know, I just don't agree with them. And I think that the way that they're going about the roster in terms of play style and roles, it just doesn't. Something's not right in terms of like the pacing and how they're supposed to be playing COD. They're not much of an impact. They're very flashy. They're very good players, but they're not impactful players. And they need to learn how to be more impactful, which they can, Doug. Which they can. The talent's there. The talent's there.
Yeah, I mean, there's
and
no
I don't know
doubt
about the
talent.
culture. Sometimes it seems like the culture's off. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I see you guys bickering, like you and fucking, and not just you, just like between like people on the team too, like Vivid and some of these guys. Like, I know there was just some beef going on, but like the culture.
He tried to steal a player on our challenger team. I don't agree.
He tried to steal a player on
a challenger team to play in challengers with him. If you want to take the player to the league, go take him. Like, I tell my teammates all the time, look, I'm here to get you in the league. Number one, first and foremost. Yes, we're gonna win. We're gonna run shit, yada yada yada. But the most important thing, fuck winning in this thing. Dude, winning in challengers only matters for someone like me. If I win in challengers, I get in the league. If I don't win in challengers, I'm staying in challengers. But for top talent, they don't gotta win. They just gotta look good. And my goal is to get all these guys that are having the potential to win and be in the league to the league. So
is that actually your goal? Like, is that your main goal though, or do you want to? I mean,
of course, it's not my main goal, Tom.
Like, you want to get to the league, like you want to get there too. You know, like you don't want to throw yourself under either, though. You know, because you're also doing your thing, trying to get in there, right?
Well, but it's like, Tom, you gotta look at it realistically. Like, the way I see it, bro, if I get in the league, like, I could have been in the league last year, right?
Yeah.
I would have been curb stomped, shit on, slammed, and I would have never been in the league in my life. And I knew going into this year that, like, having this academy team is a privilege. It's a blessing, especially for someone like me. Like, what else am I going to do? I'm fucked if I don't have it, right? So, like, having this is a blessing. So I want to make sure that I do the right thing first, more importantly. Because if I cater to me first and I make it about me.
It's a good mindset.
It's the truth. If I make this academy team about Doug Censor Martin, if it's all about me and promoting me and making me look good, I can control everything. I can control the players that come on here. I could get players that I know are going to make my stats look better. I could get players that, quote unquote, cost on paper that make their stats look bad and mine look good. But that's counterproductive to the point and reason of an academy team. It's to find and discover new talent and promote them. That's the goal. So if you do that and you do that consistently, then it's going to be a good reputation for you. And that's what I've been focused on, is making my reputation better as a player by helping good players get in the league. And I understand it's going to take time, and it's been a year now. So I'm willing to wait for my turn, and that's great. Like, I could wait. I'll be here for a while, but these guys don't have that same luxury as me. So you got to look at it from like a realistic standpoint. You get these guys in the league, you get them as many opportunities as possible, and yours are going to come when it makes sense. And whenever it's the right time, it's the right time. But I'd rather join the league in a situation that I feel comfortable with, that I know I could win with. I'm not going to waste my time to be in the league to say, I'm here for what? So I could be out in 2 months because I dropped a 0.7 and we got shit on. Like, you're going to join a bad, like what you said about bad rosters, Tom. That's my biggest fear. Joining a bad roster in CDL, getting smoked, and never getting back in the league again. That's my number one fear.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I feel like the mindset that you have now is the best mindset you can have. I wish there was expansion. That just goes to the next topic, right? Because we're talking about Abuza and we're talking about your academy team and all this talent. You've seen a lot of talent. Though a lot of the talent has literally gone through you. Like they speak for themselves, bro. I mean, you could go down the list.
That makes me so happy, dude. That makes me so happy. You have no idea.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of talent has gone through you, and the facts just speak for themselves. Bro, listen, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, we need expansion. That's all I'm saying. We need expansion because there's too much talent.
Look, that whole French team should be in the CDL as a man. Like, I would love to see that. I'm telling you, Tom, I played whatever it takes last year, the Brack Major Maniac Neptune team that beat Scrappy on LAN. I played the team that won Challenger Champs. I played Scrappy's team multiple times. None of them are better than this Challenger team I just played last weekend.
And I want to address this. I want to address this in the chat because this is the type of shit that I think I should answer, right? This guy said that's because 30% of the league right now is ass. Like he said, what did he say? You want expansion, but the league is 30% shit as is, right? Like 30% shit. But that's the thing. It's not. I don't know if he's talking about the players or talking about the franchise. I don't know exactly what he's talking. I think he's talking about the players, but he could be talking about the franchises. But if he's talking about the players, it's teams, bro. It's not talent. Like, it's not individual talent. Like, Doug, certain players need to be matched up with certain players. Like, different roles need to work. Like, there's a lot that goes into a team in COD. It's not just you can't just throw 4 talented individuals on a team and then say, there you go. Like, that's not how it goes. That's not how COD is. And some of these teams don't understand that. And they don't build good teams, and they make shit teams. And then everybody just says, oh, these are fucking shit organizations, shit fucking teams. These players all suck. You know, then the players are dealing with all the hate, and their careers going down a shithole. People are like, bro, so much of it goes down to making the right team. And some people. Well,
Tom, man, look at the bottom line GG Breaking Point Twitter media post of the stats, and if it's red, they get roasted. If it's green, they get glorified. That's the bottom line. And also, what I see too, players like Dan Ghosty is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say right now. Dan Ghosty, what is his average KD in the CDL this year? Like a 0.95 or some shit?
Yeah, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it actually was.
I know for a fact it's like a 0.95 give or take, right? Like, dude, the Dan Ghosty that I play COD with, that I know, that's not on Optic Gaming with Dashy, Shotzi, and Kyler, is a fucking 1.3. He's a walking 1.3. This guy I've watched it for months. That's the reason I picked him up in the first place. I'm like, this guy gets kills and he does it really, 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 really well. I play objective really, 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 really well. We're going to work very well together. And that's what we did. We worked well together. To see Dan change everything about how he plays COD to benefit the betterment of Optic Gaming is the most tippable shit. Like, this guy, I can't imagine Dan Ghosty with a negative stat line with all the COD I play with him, because I'm the guy that does that for the team. He's doing my job on Optic Gaming, and he's doing it so well. He's one of the most versatile players I've ever seen. But every player, depending on the team they're on with the players they have, like if you play with Dashy, you're not going to get more kills than him. You're not going to have a better stat line than Dashy. You're probably not going to have a better stat line than Shotzi either. These guys are anomalies. So like, you got to let them be the anomaly. And Dan knew that when he joined. Hey, I'm not going to outslay Brandon, even though I'm a disgusting slayer. I'm going to take the back seat and I'm going to be the role player. I'm going to do what I need to do. And they became dominant. And that's how teams have to be thinking about when they play with each other. And the GM's got to be thinking about that when they're building their rosters.
Yeah, agreed. And
it's not about the stats, man. It's not about the stats. It's about the wins. The only thing that matters is the wins.
Hey, listen, let me just say this, right? Because I don't want to sugarcoat anything, just in case people got a misunderstanding. Some people are just getting straight shit on and need to be subbed out.
That's true too.
Need to be changed. Okay, there's some people like that are just getting shit on. But most of it is what we're talking about right now. And a lot of that leads to just bad culture problems. I've talked about this, bro. Just having like a good culture, a good system, a good relationship with your teammates. When people start getting selfish and people don't play for the win and nobody's being an impact on a map, you're not going to win, bro. You're just not going to win. You're not going to win. And we'd sit here, bro, there's so many situations where like, bro, people are literally, you can go back and watch. Like, bro, I lose full, Doug, when like I'm watching stuff, because we watch all the games, bro. Like I do the flank all year, you know? So like we watch all the games, like we really lock in. It's like it's annoying when they keep doing the same shit over and over again, wrong, over and over and over again, consistently. And it's obvious what the problem is. And culture, and I feel like that comes down a lot between the team and the culture, right? Like if you don't have a good culture, a good relationship with your teammates, and you don't trust each other, and you don't make the right plays on a map, and everybody's just kind of like playing that like selfish, like I just gotta play my kills, and like Like, bro, that's what'll tear a team down. And bro, at the end of the year, right? Like if you're a team like London, like, and it's chalked up, like it's different, right? Because at that point it's chalked up, and you're like, oh, at this point, bro, just fucking go out there, get some kills, have some fun. Like our year doesn't matter anymore, type shit. Like just fucking go out there and fucking try and do something, right? It's not really so much for those teams. It's more for the teams that still have a chance, that are in the running, and all year they've been consistently making the same mistakes when they have insane talent. So it's a little frustrating, dog.
You're trying to throw shit at Boston right now, Tom? I just have to say it because like I'm feeling it right now.
No. I'm not throwing shade.
Because you mentioned Boston before, and it's like you're saying this, and you're like, oh, they're still in the running, so you're not talking about bottom four teams. It's like,
and bro, I told you, right? Like I love the Boston organization. I love the people over there and everything.
He low key throwing shade. He low key.
You know what I mean? Nah, Doug. It's all love though. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. You know what I mean? I know you like honesty, and I'm being honest.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I love. And let me reiterate. I love all the players at Boston. I think you guys have a lot of talent there. I think the coaching staff is great. I think you guys got a good foundation there, like a good family. It's more just the decisions that have been made. Like I haven't agreed with all the decisions. It's not me like attacking anybody or throwing shade at anybody. It's just me giving my honest thoughts about like where the team should have gone. And I've talked about this on the show on the flank. You know, like I've talked about it. Like I just don't understand like their thought process behind the roles and how this is gonna work. And I wasn't really too sure how their thought process was, other than like, yo, these guys are really fucking good. Let's like Beans is fucking popping off. Let's pick this guy up. Snoopy's fucking popping off. Kremp is popping off. Like, bro, I understand that. Like these guys are popping off, but understand like play styles, what kind of players they are, and then try and find a team that will mesh well together like in game. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, you definitely need talent. You need a balance. I think everything you're saying is 100% spot on, and there's a balance to everything you said. Has a balance to it. Like players could get shit on and have a bad KD and be costing. That's true, but a lot of the times it's usually not the way it is. If you have a great team dynamic, that's when the stats really show a lot more. When you know the team is a good team, they work well together, then the stats make sense. But if it's a bad team dynamic and you're looking at the stats, like it doesn't matter in my opinion. So there's always a balance to it all, Tom, when you're spitting, bro.
Bro, when you're going into an event and you get to championship Sunday and you get to that top four, right? And bro, that's when you fucking sit in a room with your teammates or backstage or wherever you are before the map or before the series, and you're like, yo, like you look around and you're like, yo, we're not winning this shit unless we do this shit together, bro. Like we gotta be a fucking team. We gotta be a fucking unit right now. Like everybody talk, everybody communicate with each other, like make plays with each other, like make sure we're making the right plays on a map. Like don't forget about everything we worked on and everything we practiced on. Like we've been doing this shit for days. We know what to do. You know what I mean? Like you have to have that family fucking culture. You gotta do this shit as a fucking unit, bro. You gotta fucking go into battle. Like I know it sounds fucking corny, but it's so true, bro. We're playing at the highest level against the best talent in the world for a lot of cash. You have to go in there thinking it's a fucking war, bro. That's just how it is.
And if you walk into that on the same page, mentally speaking, I say it all the time. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but like,
no, go ahead.
I can't emphasize enough. Like, even like once I switched to the AR too, because I'm a lot slower. It's like with the last two teams we had where we got back-to-back thirds. When we're making these runs and we're frying all these teams, I constantly say it every series because one, we're winning. So if we're winning, I don't want to stop doing what's working and like stop saying what. If I say one thing and we fry, and then I say it the next series and we fry, I'm gonna keep on fucking saying it, Tom. You know, like you have your ritual. So
yep.
I kept on saying.
And then there was people that tried to break that would try and break cultures, right? The people that would talk shit or throw little side jabs at certain people, maybe behind people's backs, right? People would try and fuck around with your team's culture and shit.
All the time, yeah, that happens all the time.
That shit happens all the fucking time too. People yapping, somebody saying this thing. Then what happens when that guy starts yapping? Then this guy starts yapping, and that guy starts yapping. Then everybody starts yapping. Everybody looks bad type shit. Like they're scheming. They're fucking scheming because when people aren't doing well. When people aren't playing well, teams aren't doing well, people aren't seeing the game eye to eye, people aren't a family, people don't have a good culture, it starts causing problems, Doug. Lots and lots of fucking problems.
And that's the biggest issue, the culture. And you just got to tell them like, bro, like you don't have to be the absolute best in the world to be the champion. Like who do we say right now is the best in the world? Hydra? Is he the best in the world right now because he just won the MVP and had the best tournament?
I would put Paco. Yeah, we'll say Paco. I'd put Paco. I think Hydra's disgusting. I think he's absolutely disgusting. Is he the safe bet
to say that Hydra is the best in the world? Is that the best, most logical answer to say right now at this point in time? Hydra is the best player in the world?
Yeah, I think at this point in time, we can say Hydra's the best player in the world. I mean, Bro, listen, it's obviously a very opinionated thing.
Yes.
And people have their own opinions. But at this time, Hydra's been playing unbelievable. He's been
So
unreal.
if we say because he just won, he got the MVP, he had the best stats, he's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
That does not mean that he's going to continue doing that in the very next tournament, round 1. He could drop a 0.7, 0.5 and get 3-0'd.
Especially
the
in
very
this
next match.
fucking shit
in this
game.
league, in this game, 100%
This
it could
shit
happen.
game.
Like,
That goes right back. See how it goes in a full circle, Dougie? You see how it all goes in a fucking circle? We're back to
my
square
point-
one. This game's got no skill gap. It's gone.
so yes, I agree. But the
So
point
when he's
being,
doing that
Tom,
consistently, it's like, holy shit. Go ahead, Doug.
I also agree with what you're saying too, with him being consistent. But my point being is like, there is definitely moments where the best players or the best teams get smoked. And it's going to be normal. So the number one thing you tell teams, and this is the number one thing I say to every single player that we pick up. Hey, Eric, welcome. Oh, you've been playing COD for 6 months? You're disgusting. I know you're going places, but hey, man, listen, get used to shortcomings and failure because guess what? You're going to lose here in Challengers. You're going to lose here with me. You're going to go to the league and you're going to lose there too. And you're going to lose a lot more than you win. You will never win more than you lose. So guess what? Get comfortable with losing. Be okay with the thought of losing. Use it to motivate you to get better. If you have that type of a mentality, you can improve and be the best version of yourself. Then you can have a sense of accountability. Then you could be like, okay, I'm fucking up here. I'm definitely costing. I need to fix this. And then you could be frying, and it can be very easy to figure out where there's a problem and how it needs to be fixed. And then it's all about getting the team on the same page, getting them all to show up on the same page with the same energy, the same intensity. And you know what? If your team is together, if your team is on the same page and they're confident within each other, they're going to play their best game. And if that's the point, so that then it's like this. Okay, now we're going to go in and we're going to intensify this now. We're going to bring this up to the highest level. We're going to bring this up to winning. You're in the CDL. You're on one of these teams going into champs. All these 8 teams could win champs, right? Because they're all here for a reason. It's really going to come down to one simple thing. Who's going to show up on the game day? Well, what's going to promote the team to show up on that game day, whether it's Thieves or Ultra or Breach or Optic or whoever, like FaZe? Well, do you have good team culture? Do you guys have a really good game plan? Are you guys very confident in your game plan? Can you execute it? And can you also hope that the other team isn't doing it as good as you? That's how I felt when I played in grand finals. Tom, when I played you, that was the hardest one I've ever played. Those 2 best of 5s, and yes, you can say bomb glitch, this and that. You had a good-ass team culture. You had Jay on his come-up, you on your come-up, you had Nato in his prime, and you had Crowder as the ultimate glue man.
All those players got dropped. Nobody wanted to play with those players. None of the pros wanted to play with those players.
No one wanted to play with them, but what did you do? You guys came together and you won. Why? Because you had Crowder instilling the culture and you had people like you that wanted to listen to the culture. And you know what? I played the Optic Dynasty. I played the Complexity Dynasty. I fucking tugged both of those guys. You guys were hard as fuck to beat. You guys were persistent. You guys were relentless. You didn't want to quit. I had my foot was on your throat. I was ready to stop it and you guys kept fucking fighting. You didn't want to fucking back down, man.
Sure,
it was
Doug,
like, dude. But that's how it felt. Well, I came out on top of the battle, and in the moment of the battle, that's how it felt. I'm like, fucking Crowder and these fucking motherfuckers don't want to quit. Because I beat you game 5,
we had the
round
grit,
11,
bro.
first best
We
of
had the
5.
fucking grit for sure,
Tom,
bro.
beat you game 5, round 11, first best of 5. I go into the map 1 of the new series.
Damn.
I fucking shit on you guys bad. I'm like,
Damn,
it's over.
what the
it's over. No, like I'm getting to a better point here.
No,
this shit doesn't
just fucking with you. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm trying to give you guys honestly a lot of credit because like I go
No,
into a game 5,
keep
round
going.
11.
You're good, bro. You're good.
1v1 game 5 round 11 Sovereign Karma snipes Crowder, or no, he snipes Saints, right? Bam, we win it. I'm hype. I'm like, okay, bet we got to reset now. Like we got another best of 5 to win. Map 1 of the best of 5. I come out swinging. I started like 10-0 and you guys got fucking fried. I was everything. So I'm getting up and I'm screaming. I'm ready to fucking win this shit. I'm like, bro, there's gonna be a quick 3-0. They fucking compromised. These guys folded. They're crumbling. They're gonna drop down. They're gonna lose and they're gonna get second. They're gonna bow down. No, you came back and you fucking tucked our shit map 2. You tucked our shit map 3. Next thing I know, I'm playing map 4 and I'm down by 10 points with a minute left. And I'm like, holy fuck, if they get a few more kills, this shit's over and I'm losing. Damn, these guys are relentless. Fuck, man. They're not quitting on me. Like, and at the CDL level, it's the same concept. Like, all these teams are so good. They have such a good mental game. They have such good chemistry. Who's going to quit first? Who's going to have a better game plan and who's going to be the one quitting first? And that's a little bit of luck, a little bit of preparation, a little bit of, work ethic.
It's everything, bro. It's everything.
And you're not going to win everything. Like, look at Thieves. Or look at Optic, look at FaZe. Like, bro, you just can't win them all, but you got to be in the running, and that's what counts, and that's what they do. So that's why it's so exciting.
Yeah, no, 100%, dog. You're spitting right now. You're fucking spitting. That's why I wish I would have got the champs ring, Doug. If only I got the champs ring. That was the one, bro. That was the one. The World War II year hit hard, bro. That one was a hard one. I'm not gonna lie.
4th, right? St. Petrograd S&D Game 5.
Yeah. That was a hard one, especially because like, think about like my best games. AW, I didn't really like my team at champs in terms of like art as a team. Like I liked everybody as a person, of course. But I didn't think we were a good team. I didn't think we understood how to play COD. Like I think the way we looked at COD was just so.
St. Petra, what the fuck am I saying? I'm tweaking.
The way that we looked at COD on my AW champs team was just so like it was just we were just so off, bro. Like we just argued with each other and just fucking never got anything done, and we just it was bad, bro. Like it was bad. And then fucking obviously moving forward, like World War II, like after my hand injury, like World War II was like the year after surgery, like getting some rest in the off season, coming back. Like that was a year for me to like come back and be like, yo. And people didn't really talk about my hand injury. Like it wasn't like a big thing. Like if I got shit on, like I was 4 days out of surgery. If I got shit on, like people were on Reddit, like, yo, what's good? This guy got shit up, but nobody was talking about the hand injury. So it was like people didn't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like it was a pretty dry. It was a pretty like. I feel like now it's a little bit different because we're in like a franchise league. And we talk about this shit, and people are open to talking about it more. But like back in the day, bro, like people didn't really care. Like people, if I came out and said my hand hurt or I had an injury or something was going on, like it's just like, all right, we'll pick somebody else up. You know what I mean, Doug? So like World War II was like that year for me to try and come back and like go crazy, bro. I wanted to just go crazy. I just wanted to show out, and I had a good year. And obviously, I got we won a big chip, the season 1, which was big because that was like a whole season, and the trophy and everything. But like champs, bro, like we got top 3, and I felt like we just threw it away. Like if we go back and watch it, like I don't even want to watch it to be honest. But
it hurts that bad.
Yeah, no, I hate watching it, bro. I hate watching that shit. Like anything like that, bro. Bro, if we just got through to the grand final, we would have been straight. We just trolled. We trolled.
You had Pat in the grand final waiting for you, right? EG.
Yeah, we had EG. We would have been straight, bro. We would have been good.
You probably had that. Your teamwork was so good.
We beat them in a scrim, hip firing only.
Like right before the event, or
yeah, like we were literally bro. We got bad karma or some shit, bro. We were literally hip firing them, bro. I played a whole map just hip firing, and we beat them, bro. That
team was definitely worthy of winning the world championship too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, nah.
I'm sorry for dwelling on it, man. Because I remember it like yesterday.
Bro.
Like,
and the thing is, bro, is like every time I talk about that team too, I always say like, yo, they won on that weekend. They deserved it. You know, like they deserved that champs ring. Like they fucking deserved it. Like it was that weekend. They got the dub. Boom. They did what they got to do. How you doing? But fucking. You know, it be like that, bro. It be like that, bro. So you know, sometimes you don't fucking you want something, but you don't get it. You know, Doug, it is what it is.
That was me and Ghost.
You put
man,
that energy to something else. So you just put that energy
lost.
into something else, bro. You just put that energy and you just put it into something else, and that's that.
Well, okay, but I want to ask you a question. How do you take that dwelling feeling you had? Because I dealt with this for a while, especially in MW with the amount of like compilations because I was just reacting to the roasting thing, and bro, I got cooked in MW because I couldn't play the game, and like that definitely affected me, and it definitely didn't help me. It hurt me a lot. That whole like dwelling on the past and not focusing on the future hurt me and my growth. Like for you, Tom, like I find it very inspiring what you've been through, and I don't think you get enough credit by the public or even by your peers. Like I want your stream, because they hear me right now, to understand like the man's, I know how well you guys know Tom, but the way I always looked at Tom, this man was always a problem. Like if I'm playing against Tom, I'm leaning forward and I'm trying my ass off because he ain't going to be easy to beat. And the way he handled all of his stuff, like I remember right when you had that thumb injury in Cold War, right when you told me, you texted me telling me you were going to retire, I knew what that meant for you. I knew how scary that was for you. I knew this severely impacts your life. Like you have no idea where the fuck your future's going to go. No, I'm serious. Like, bro, you had no idea where your future was going to go.
Nah.
If you told me it's going to go where it is right now, I probably wouldn't have believed you at that point in time.
I was going to be a coach. I was going to try and be a coach.
I didn't think you could have made it as the content creator on the level you did. I didn't think you had all that in you. I didn't know how good you could have been at all of it until you tried it. And for you to be able to pivot the way you did, as fast as you did and as consistent as you did, people don't talk about that enough. Like people should be looking at your story and taking inspiration and applying it into their lives too.
I appreciate
you talk
that,
about
Doug.
it, but
that
I'm
means a lot, bro.
Like,
that means a lot. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
it's the truth. Like, bro, for you to be where you're at today, people just think like, oh, it's Tommy. He's so successful and he's this and that. yo, that shit did not just happen. Like, I saw how that shit went down. Like, you deserved it, dude.
Thank
like,
you,
it
bro.
didn't happen for any other reason other
appreciate
than
it,
hard
bro.
work.
You're the man, dog. I appreciate the kind words, bro. I appreciate it, bro. It was hard, bro. The hand injury was tough. That was definitely tough for sure. And I was
Mentally,
away
you
from
must have
home.
been crying, Tom. You must have been crying
Oh,
to yourself
yeah,
like
yeah,
at
yeah,
night,
no,
bro. Like,
no, I was
can only imagine how
devastated,
devastated it would make me feel if I was you, man.
Yeah, no, I was down bad, bro. I was down bad, especially because the same thing kind of happened when I was playing ball in school with my.
Yeah, it's the same thing happening all over again. You did it with athletic sports and now gaming.
But there was a difference in that though. Like, will I have ever gone pro in like football? Like, probably not, bro. Like, I don't know if I was that good. I was good and played at a high level. I played in the academy, obviously, but I mean, I don't know. I probably would. Like, it's different. I was at the pro level in COD. Like, I was at the highest level
you
doing
know the
my
feeling
thing.
of this, yeah.
Like,
you
I
know
was
you're good
there.
enough
I
in
was
COD.
there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's just like, it kind of sucked. Like, it sucked when like I couldn't really like. It was hard, Doug, playing maps, like losing fights that I know I would never lose if I could just like feel like normal again. You know what I mean?
Did you complain about it at all? Like in the moment, or did you just keep it to
No,
yourself?
I hit it. I hit it from my team. I hit it from them for like a month. I hit it from them as long as I could until like a month or two, like, because I would have just gotten dropped, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I would have just gotten dropped. Like, back in the day, like, it was pretty cutthroat. Like, after a month or two, like, I was just like, I was honest with them, because like, I don't want to cost the team at that point. Like, if I'm like playing bad, you know, like, I want to be honest with them, like, let them know what's going on, like, especially because I needed surgery. Like, I can't really hide that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I gotta go get fucking surgery, bro. I'm gonna pull up to fucking main stage with a fucking cast on. They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
IW at Champs, when did you get the surgery again? Because your team were gunless when I heard about the surgery. It was like IW Champs, I think, right?
So we went to IW came out, and we went to PSX. It was like an OSA meta. We had just won PSX. We had just won like that bullshit tournament that nobody cares about. But we were playing well. Like, we were back on our bullshit in our scrims. Like, we weren't losing maps. Like, we were going fucking crazy. I was playing really good. And then right after PSX, like a week or two goes by, I'm living in Dallas at the time. So, or not Dallas, Austin. This is when I had the Austin team house with Ian, Clay, Dill, like all these guys. And I was losing like range of motion in my thumb. Like, it felt like something was like obstructing like my tendon. I literally couldn't move my thumb, bro. Like, there was something wrong. Like, there was clearly like something like really fucking wrong. So obviously I went to like 2 or 3 doctors, and you got to think like doctor after doctor after doctor, you start losing full. Like, they're all saying different things. This guy's saying, oh, it's just a little bit of tendonitis. This guy's like, oh yeah, you have this word that I don't even know. It's like 5 words long as shit, like some weird ass fucking thing. We got to give you a cortisone shot that'll fix it right away. I'm thinking like, bet, like, I'm trying to, you know,
let's go. I'm ready.
Cortisone shot makes it worse. Now my hand hurt. Now it just hurts. Like, it's still weak and it hurts. Because I didn't have any pain in the beginning. There was literally no pain. I just couldn't, like, I lost range of motion. Like, something was going on. Like, something was there. I could feel it. And then eventually, like, and shout out to Mama Zoomaa, because she was on and off the phone trying to find different doctors. And like, we ended up finding Dr. Tan. Dr. Tan, shout out to you. You're a fucking man. I love you. He was like he was a specialist in hand and arms. And he won like a bunch of awards for like one of the best doctors in the country or some shit, like some crazy shit. And I was able to get an appointment with him, like somehow. I don't even know how. I had to wait for it. Got an appointment with him. This was the first doctor. He literally like analyzed my whole body, bro. This guy was testing my nerves. He was like doing tests on my arm, my neck, like my wrist. Like none of the doctors were doing that. Like checking everything and like fucking making sure everything was good. Because like anything could affect that, right? If you can't move your thumb, it could be like a nerve problem or something. You know, it could be anything. And then he found this cyst like in my wrist that was on like sitting on a tendon that runs down my arm into my thumb. So because there was a cyst there, that was what I was feeling when I was trying to make those micro movements on the joystick. And a lot of people are saying like, bro, it's just a game, whatever. But when you're playing at the highest level, like against pro players, and you can't be as precise, it affects your gameplay a lot, like tenfolds, in terms of like being a championship caliber player that wins championships. Like, it hurts your play a lot. So he was the only one that saw this little tiny cyst that was like 0.5 centimeter. Apparently these cysts are very common. Like if a
A
regular
half a centimeter is very small. I'm
Very
like looking at
small.
my thumb right now, and I'm imagining what it would look
like
like.
very small, bro.
You
And-
really got to look at that under a microscope to see it.
And apparently, like those cysts and stuff are very common. Like a lot of people have them internally. You just can't see them, but you don't feel them. Like there's no pain. You don't feel anything there. The only reason why I'm feeling it is because I'm playing professional COD, which not a lot of people do. And it's messing up but the micro adjustments in my hand, like when I'm aiming and shit. You know what I mean? So then when he took the cyst out, and there's a scar right there. I don't know if people can see it. Right there.
I want to see it. Hold on, wait, let me go to your stream.
Let me go full screen.
I'm on full screen. This. Yeah, I want to see this. I want to see this.
See that? Right there?
Yeah, in the wrist.
Yeah, right there.
That's where he went in. That's his like incision.
That's where he went in. Then he went in on top too. You see, there's like 2 dots, but you can't. It was micro.
Did they put you under, Tom? Did they put you in like anesthesia?
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I went under. And then boom, and then there's like 2 dots like right there, but you could barely see those because it's like it was like one of those microscopic surgeries. Like they put 2 little holes on top of your hand and they put cameras in there so they could see what they're doing. You know what I mean? So fucking they removed the cyst. And then after the surgery, I had to deal with just like my hand was swelled up. Obviously, I'm in a lot of pain because they just cut my hand. They just cut my wrist open and performed surgery. So I was in a little bit of pain. So I had to try. I played regular for the rest of I couldn't claw like with the wrapping my hand and shit. Like I couldn't with the way the incision was and shit. Like I couldn't claw that whole year. So I was playing fucking regular, and like I was good. Like my shot was alright, but I wasn't like as raw as I was when I was clawing. You know what I mean? I wasn't as raw. Like I wasn't as just like.
You don't have the movement. The movement
Yeah,
is
like
from the claw.
everything, bro. Like the movement, the snap, like just like the natural flow, like that I had clawing, like it just came natural to me. Like I didn't have that. Like it wasn't like using a scuff or a beef just wasn't muscle memory to me. Like I kept doing shit by accident. Like I jump, I'll like in the heat of the moment, I jump by accident or like hit a button by accident. Like I wasn't used to it, bro. I played claw since I was young, like growing up. I'm muscle memory. Like, bro, you tell anybody to switch their hand grip in the middle of the season, and they're probably gonna get shit on, bro. Like it's hard. It's
100%. You're not winning anything, bro.
Yeah, it's
like,
hard,
you're
bro.
definitely
it's not,
losing.
It's not easy. But as the year went on, I was getting more and more used to it. Obviously, I'm shooting like fucking 8,000 bots a night, like trying to get this shit down. And eventually, like if you go back and watch me in AW, like I wasn't just getting fucking pooped on, like or AW, IW. Like I had good maps and had good moments and you know did what I could, but like I was uncomfortable for sure.
Wait, so in World War II, did you play claw or did you play normal?
No. So then fucking I have an off season now. Now I have time to physical therapy. Now I have time to rest my hand, not play COD, like get the swelling down, like get my hand right, like try and get my hand back to normal. So like everything was good because I didn't have to deal with playing mid season through all the through the surgery, the checkups, the swelling. Like so the off season, boom, rest of my hand going into World War II. Hand felt good. I clawed the whole year. And I fucking absolutely fried. Absolutely went crazy. I had a good year. And then going into the year, and then what was after World War II? Was that MW?
MW.
And then MW
no,
came,
BO4.
Wait, was it BO4? Oh yeah, you're right. I think it was BO4. Then from like BO4 to MW, BO4, MW, like I was good. Like everything was all right. And then going into the Cold War year, we started scrimming again. And I'll never forget this moment because Clay remembers this. Clay fucking cooked me, bro, because I didn't get a trade. It was like the beginning of Cold War. And my hand started acting up again. Like I'm pretty sure like whatever was going on in my wrist was like coming back or like something. It was going back to that Fugazi shit.
You knew right away. You just felt
I knew
it.
right away because I went through it already. So I already knew right away. And then I was just like, yo, like, I'm not gonna like put y'all through this. Like, y'all can get somebody else for now. I'm just gonna figure out what's going on just because like I want to be the best player I can be type shit. And I'm probably not gonna play anymore. Like I might take a step back and like retire, do whatever. But I don't know if you noticed, but Doug, in my twit longer when I retired, I never said I retired. I never actually retired. Like I was under the interpretation that I might come back. Like I was thinking about maybe coming back.
You were hopeful because you fixed it once. You were hopeful you could get it fixed again, even if it takes like 2 years to come back. Well, you got 2 more years to play, right?
Yeah.
You're probably like very optimistic about it in your head.
Yeah. I was thinking about coming back, but then obviously like things ended up happening. I didn't go back. And then Bro, the whole year when I ended up playing, when I was just like playing on the mouse and key, the whole Cold War year when I was doing the flanks, that was the first year of the flank. That's when I created the flank and shit. I was playing on the mouse and key the whole year. Like if you go back, the whole entire year. Like, even when I queued up in ranked or whatever the hell we were playing, or it wasn't ranked. What the hell did we always play? The fucking
You were
CL.
so compromised as a player. Like you're just not the same now.
Well, I was just using. I was just resting my hand though. Like I was just like, yo, like I don't need to use my hand. I got a whole. I could do whatever now. I could just literally get my hand, get healthy again, bro. Like focus on my health. Like focus on like getting my hand better, getting my mind right. Cause even like just going through all that mentally was just like hard. You know what I mean? So for me, it was just like, yo, just like take a step back, like take a deep breath, like fucking regain, get your hand right, whatever. Took a year off, bro. Taking a year off did me wonders. Then after taking a year off, I switched to playing regular, and after like a few months, I got used to playing regular. Now I can't claw. Like now when I try and claw, it feels so weird. Like I have to play regular. So I finally got back, and bro, when I tell you, like I swear, if I wasn't clawing, bro, I don't think I would have had the problems. I think clawing, when I hold the controller regular, it just feels more natural. My hands feel like less tense. Like clawing is such an awkward hold. Like the way I was holding it, and when you're doing that like a lot for days and days at a time, I think it just like ended up fucking up my wrist. But bro, there's a lot of people who claw that don't have problems. There's a lot of people who claw who are having problems. But I think a lot of when I switch back to regular Doug, my hand has felt like good. Like bro, I be grinding COD now, my hand don't even hurt. Like I'll be playing sometimes and my hand don't hurt. Like,
and you know deep down that you're good enough to play at the highest level, and if you wanted to pursue it, you could.
Yeah,
but you're not going to. I guess.
If I would have to get back into like that pro player mindset, bro. Like, bro, I can't, bro. It's so like people don't give the pros enough credit, and even you, and even the people in challenges, like, bro, the scrims every day in the VOD reviews. For day after day after day after day, and all the like, bro, it is mentally drained. Like it's draining, bro. Like it's draining. Like it's especially if things aren't going your way, and you're not like, especially if you're on like a good team and you're losing and things aren't going your way and roster changes, right? You think your career's on the line, type shit. Like it was stressful, bro. It was stressful, like mentally. But
think about how many people in your shoes in Cold War when you took a step back would be where you're at right now. Like you are an exception to be where you're at right now.
Yeah, and I also want
everyone usually would just like stop playing and try to find a real job and figure something else out in their life, or maybe get their degree or something. But you became an entrepreneur and you gave people something they didn't know they wanted. And I think that's incredible.
And listen, I don't want it to be like that, because there's people who have way harder struggles and way harder jobs, and like I'm blessed and grateful to just even have the career that I had and to do the things that I did. Like I was very grateful for it. I always appreciate everybody and all the love and all that shit. Like, bro, there's people out there that have it far worse. You know what I mean? So for me, it was like always just trying to be like grateful for it, you know, like, but sometimes it sucked, bro. Like sometimes mentally, like it was hard. Like, especially when you feel like your career was like on the line, you know what I mean? Like it was hard. It was tough when you felt like it was going to like cost you your job, right? Because that's what, for me, that's what I was doing. I dropped out of school when I was like 19. And I've been doing it ever since. So
that stress changes you, man. Like I'm telling you from my experience, looking back at me, I just watched that compilation MW, dude, all that, like, I'm not trying to play a victim card here, guys. I don't do this shit, but all that and this isn't me playing victim. I'm just explaining in the beginning, because I know your chat's very immature. Like, I'm sorry, Zoomaa, like you guys jump to the gun if I say something like, hey, yo, pause. What? Like, I get it. But like, bro,
just trolling.
No,
it's
I know
Twitch culture.
I get it. No, I know it's the culture, but like, I know they're gonna call me victim mentality for this shit, but like, I'm genuinely being serious. Like, dude, the amount of bullshit I dealt with the MW year, because I couldn't play COD because of the New York Subliners contract I had, the amount of mental bullshit I went through, because I knew deep down I could win champs, I could do this, I could do that. It wasn't the right time and place to be saying that shit. I definitely can do it, but I need to keep that shit to myself. But when I'm getting every day, I'm getting on and I'm trying to play COD, and Happy's getting subbed in when he doesn't even play COD. And I'll talk about it like this because it's the truth. Like, I don't give a fuck. And if he'll probably say like, yo, Doug, you're like, if he looks back, he'll be like, yeah, you're right. Like, but if he doesn't, so be it. Like, it's not like a disrespect thing either, but it's like, I was sitting there, think about like the pull-ups I'm doing yesterday. That was the mentality I had every fucking day trying to play MW, and I can't play the game, right? So I'm sitting there like, damn, I know I could do this shit. I'm getting super overzealous. I'm doubling down on my confidence. I'm doubling down on my shit talk. I'm doubling down on everything. And all it's leading to is a spiral. It's leading to more people hating, more people telling you to shut the fuck up, more people telling you you're not good enough. And then it starts affecting you in ways. And that stress changes you in ways, man. And I'm just grateful that I was able to take a step out of all that. I think being single helped me a lot personally. Being alone helped me a lot personally. I could look at my shortcomings and say, okay, where am I wrong? Where am I right? Where's in between? What could I do better, right? Like, how can I change my ways to be better? How can I fix something that's broken? How can I make something better than it was before? And like, I'm telling you, man, like from experience, that stress could have fucking buried me. I could have been, thank God we have Boston Academy. Thank God I got Boston Breach and I could pursue this, but I would not be here right now if it wasn't for those guys. I would not be here for Out Boston. Like,
you gotta appreciate the people around you,
bro. Like,
bro,
that's what I'm saying. Like, their lifeline they gave me, Tom, the way it affected my mental health, the way it changed me for the better, I was like, oh shit. I started looking at people differently. I'm like, some of these players, man, like the way they're acting with their way they're acting is because of their shortcomings, and they don't know how to handle these shortcomings. Because when you're winning, Tom, you know how it is. If you're on the top, it's so easy to act like you have a lot of grace and a lot of respect for people, and you're so happy all the time because you're winning. But like when you're not in that situation, and a lot of people aren't, you start spiraling in ways, especially when you have people telling you shit all the time. So when I got Boston Academy, I made it very clear, like, all right, man, like I'm gonna get mine. I know I'm gonna get my ring. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that in due time for sure. But like, let me make sure I elevate these guys. Let me make sure I teach them what I've been through. I've been through some fucking shit mentally. I know I have. And I know that there's guys out there that can't handle the shit I've been through. So I want to make sure that they're prepared for this so they don't have to fail. They can learn from my shortcomings and my failures so they don't have to make those same mistakes. And that's one of the things I credit a lot of my early success to in life to. 19 years old, 20 years old, 21, 22. I'd see people around me failing in ways, family specifically, with alcohol, right? Like that was the biggest one, the alcohol, the way it would affect my stepfather, the way it would make him, and this is very personal, but it's just, this is stuff that people should hear. Like, to see the way that I would watch people's lives in my family get affected based off of bad habits is the reason I got into the gym. And then I started realizing, like, I don't want to make the same mistakes as these other guys. So I'm going to see all the people around me and all the mistakes they could have made and all the mistakes I could make. I'm going to watch other people do that. And I'm going to see how they handle it so that if I get in this situation and I fuck up, I could be better from it. And I forgot that part of myself, especially in the MW year with COVID and subliners and everything.
It made you stronger.
It made me weak at the time, but it made me dude, I'm bulletproof.
But you
now,
got it.
bro.
But you got to get to your weakest moments to get to your strongest moments. That's just
exactly.
That's just how it is. Like that's
people got to learn from this stuff, man.
It builds you. It grows.
You got to be okay with it.
You build character. It grows you as a human. Like,
you got to be okay with that. I'm telling you, man. I wasn't okay with that feeling. My pride, Tom. I know I'm a 4-time champ. I beat you for no disrespect. I beat you for finals.
Good,
I beat Scump. I beat Formal. I beat Crim twice. I beat Karma. I beat Aches. In my time when I'm playing and I got the best players around me, I'm not just beating them, but I'm thriving. So I'm taking the same logic and I'm doubling down with my ego. And I'm saying, okay, Sim, a Beezy. And I still believe it, but I definitely respect him. But it's like, yeah, I could beat all these guys again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm doubling down on this and I'm talking with my ego and I'm saying all this crazy shit. But realistically, I can't scrim the game every day. I'm going to look like an idiot. I'm not in a good team and I'm not scrimming. So all this shit I'm saying, it's true if I have a good team, a lot of reps, patience, respect. I didn't have respect. I didn't have any reps. I didn't have anyone to scrim with. And here I am just fucking blabbering all the time, talking all this shit, losing respect, losing opportunities, spiraling, not getting anything closer to where I want to get towards. And I'm working even harder than I was before. My approach was off. Everything was just wrong. Like, I'm just so glad that Boston helped me snap out of that. If I didn't have Boston do what they did for me, I would not be playing competitive COD. I would not be in challengers. Like, I just wouldn't, I don't know what I'd be doing with my time. Like, you know, I just genuinely don't know what I'd be doing because, man, YouTube's sick.
But that's also life, Doug. Like, listen, bro, you don't know what you would have been doing, but you would have figured it out, bro. You would have figured it out and you would have found something and you would have just went to the next step in your life, bro. And like, I don't want to start talking about God and stuff because I don't know if people are like me. Like, I believe in God and like, listen, bro, I have like my own way of thinking. I don't like talking about that stuff sometimes because like I know everybody's got their own beliefs and stuff. You know what I mean? So like stuff like that. But that's where I start like thanking God for just putting me in the right places and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I feel like you have to take that next step. Like, you know, when you're being pushed into like the next step in life. You know what I mean by that, Doug? Do you know what I mean by that or no?
100%, man. Like, and I didn't have that for me, man. Like, cause I wasn't close to my mom at this point in life with the spiral. I'm saying this because, guys, if you're in a situation like I was in MW and I'm spiraling and I know I'm spiraling and I can't get out of that shit and I can't figure it out, you got to really just take a second. I wish somebody said this to me back then. And I want to say this now because this is all of my failures and I'm speaking this out to you guys. When you know you're in a situation, because you guys are smart, you guys aren't stupid people. Like, you guys know what you want, you know what you're doing, you know what you're about. If you really think about it, you look yourself in the mirror and you say, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what I want, why am I not there? I wish somebody just said, Doug, take a breath, man. Take a deep breath. Like, you're justified in some of the things you're saying. You're out of pocket with some of the things you're saying. You just need to take a deep breath and let things kind of just like happen around you instead of trying to force things to happen all the time.
That was a big problem I had.
Even if it's not good.
That was a big problem I had when I was coming up. I was very emotional. Like, bro, somebody said something to me, I'd start clapping back right away. Didn't even think about what I was saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I was so fucking off the fucking rails.
You're a human, Tom. It's
bro, I was off the rails. I learned a lot from it. And obviously sometimes I still act like a moron and I'm having a good time, but I really did learn a lot from it, like growing from it and getting to talk some Hastro and shit. But like that was definitely the biggest thing, is like dealing with emotion. Like that was like, for me, like, bro, to be honest with me, like, if people pissed me off, it made me better. So I used it to fuel me.
Yep.
Like whenever people would just talk shit or just make me mad, like, it was
dog shit, Tom. You're fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it just made me play better every time.
You know what I mean?
So it was a blessing and a curse, you know, because sometimes it would affect me, but for the most part, like, fuck it, sometimes it helped me, you know, because I would transfer that energy somewhere else. But yeah, bro, it's been a fucking long journey, Doug. And thinking back on it, like, I wouldn't change any of it for like the world, bro. Like, there was a lot of memories through it all too. Like, through the bad, there's good, you know. Like, there's always like it's just life, bro. It's life. Like, you have your ups and downs, and life is just like a crazy roller coaster. And everybody's got their own problems that they're dealing with. So it's like, you know, like, it's just how it is, dog. That's life. It's life.
The number one, the best piece of advice I ever heard from Farzam, shout out Farzam from New York. He's the owner of New York Subliners.
Shout out Farzam.
Me and Tom know Farzam very well. I think Farzam's a good dude.
Yeah,
I think he's a good businessman too. Cause like we would be direct with each other, and sometimes we wouldn't agree, like behind closed doors. And he would just look me in my face and tell me his truth, and I'd look him in his face, and like, that's how I knew I was dealing with someone who was real. And like, the thing that Farzam said to me that always sticks with me is being able to separate situations and emotions with people. And because, like, obviously I had emotions towards that team, the New York Subliners, your roster of the starting roster. Like, I felt like I was being gaslit into situations. I was definitely wrong about certain things too.
That's spot was godlike, by the way. Did you see that?
Yeah. That
you
little
know about
hop
that?
thing. And
I've never seen that.
like jumping up from the side of the bridge.
Yeah, that was great. No, wait, rewind. Did you see where he went?
Wait,
he wasn't just
after he jumped off.
Yeah, he
like,
wasn't just
here?
yeah, he wasn't just like on the bridge, like jumped up on a bridge. He was in a whole like weird spot I've never even seen.
Am I missing it here?
You might need to go. Yeah, you gotta go back way more. Gotta go back more.
This little spot.
Let me see. I don't know. He was just on some like weird
I've never
ledge,
seen this
bro.
spot. Yeah, I've never seen this.
Look at this. Look where he is, bro. I've never seen this. He climbed up this random ledge. Like, I've never seen this in my life, bro. People walk by here all the time too. This is where people take long routes and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good cheeky off angle if you know that they're like pushing. I mean, it's kind of like an irrelevant one, but it's kind of cool at the same time. Like, I don't think this is ever gonna.
I don't know if it's that irrelevant, but I kind of like that.
The reason I say that is, like, can you see them through this little? If you're the guy that's coming from here, can you see them through this little area? Will you get aim assist through this wall? Will a red dot show over? If the answer is no to all the above, then it's a godlike spot. But I just feel like because of this little. Like, it's not bad. Like, I definitely
the reason why it's godlike is because there's 3 dead. They're spawning P5, and his teammates got his cross. So he's got his back. They have the whole cross. If anybody tries to go low and take her out, he's here. And if they're not, he can flank them. If they just do this. It just fucking shoot him in the back, which is a really good play.
That's why he's shotsy. But like with Farzam, he would say, like, separate the emotions. Like, dude, if I was able to separate how I felt about the team and I just did me and I just did my job for the team, I would have had more respect from you guys. I would have had more respect from the organization. That's what I applied to Boston, right? Like, we all get my point being, guys, it's not about me. I'm using me as an example to give to you guys to learn from. Like, I had a lot of failures and fuck ups, and a lot of those failures and fuck ups led me to my successes that I've wanted in this world. And if you could, the number one thing you need to know in life, you are going to not like people just because of people being people. We are who we are.
You have
I'm
to
loud,
find, but
I'm
you have to
obnoxious,
find
I'm
the good in
annoying.
people, though. You have to.
You gotta find. Everyone has good in them. You gotta look for the good in the people, and on top of that too, you gotta be able to just separate. If you have emotions towards something, like bro, I had so many emotions towards you guys on that team. If I was like, you know what can I control? Okay, let me focus on that now. Like, let me take my emotion out of this. If I was able to do that better back then, it would have significantly helped me going into Cold War. Maybe I wouldn't have had to be in a situation where I'm still playing in challengers at this point in my life, right? Like maybe I'd be in the league right now if I handled things differently. So like, I don't know. Like you just got to be able to take things in life, guys. Like you're not going to get what you want all the time. And that was a hard lesson for me because I got what I wanted pretty early in life and I got it pretty often. I was very fortunate to have everything I wanted quick. And then when I didn't get things I wanted, I want to be a starter on New York Subliners. I'm not getting it. I'm acting like a little bitch. I'm causing problems by just acting like I'm justified because I've won more than players on the starting roster. Or I've done more in certain points. And that's because that's why I deserve this. It's like, no, like, shut up, Doug. You don't. Like, know your fucking role. You're not there right now. Like, same thing with the academy. Know your fucking role, Doug. You're not a starter. You're a challenger player. Know your fucking role. So you know what? I'm going to be the best goddamn fucking challenger player in the world. Like that's what it's going to be if I want to be in the league, right? So that's the mentality that's helping me get back to the league. That's the mentality that's giving me my credibility in Call of Duty. And in life, guys, you're going to have situations like that where you feel like you're justified or you feel like you're worth it.
You brought
and
a
no
lot
one's
of
seeing
light.
it around you, man.
You brought a lot of light to it. You brought a lot of light to challengers and brought a lot of attention to it. Like challengers is very important to the scene. And I think even people like Hold Shift and all the guys over there that are doing their thing, like all the casters and, I mean, of course, the players, but the people making content around it, I mean, challenges is such a big thing to the community. Like, it's literally the future. That's where the future is. You know, maybe not everybody. I know there's obviously people that, you know, come from different places, but like that's where you see a lot of the talent, bro. Like a lot of the talent coming up comes through challengers. Like, that's
do you know how fascinating it is, Tom, to be a guy actively? Like I feel like in my head, like, bro, if I snap my finger, any player I want, they're here. Because like my track record, this is where my ego's going to talk because I deserved it. My track record is fucking great in challengers, man. I pick up a player, they go straight to the league. You know how great that is to know that like anyone who's the future of Call of Duty League, I have the power of being able to associate with them. Like Snoopy, for example. Do you know how grateful that makes me feel that I'm able to play with Snoopy? I know what Snoopy's going to do. Maybe look, he's going in the league early. He's joining Optic first round, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he fries, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. All I know is that Snoopy going to be around. I know that. Like when I played Scrap last year, I knew damn well that guy was going to be a top 5 player, MVP. People are like, you're crazy. It's challengers. Well, here's Scrap proving me right. You know? So it's like when I see every day the guys that no one sees, that no one knows about, but I know everything about them and where they're going to go. It's one of the most gratifying feelings to be able to help them get to where they want to get to. And like that's probably like the best part about playing in challengers, because you know who's going to be running the league because of who you play and how they play against you and who's playing well. Like it's really like challengers needs more respect too, because I don't know, like the game, the problem with challengers compared to CDL is like we play on 12 hertz servers as opposed to 60 hertz servers. So the way you challenge gunfights is completely different, and you can't really see that with your eyeball if you're a viewer, but as a player you will feel that. Secondly, it's obviously not as controlled, but that doesn't mean that you can't take a challenger player who's godlike like Dan Ghosty and apply them in a CDL format and they're going to fry, because that's what they do. Like, it's just so cool to see the future. I see the future every fucking day. And it's like, I just feel great to even be a part of that journey, if I'm being honest with you.
You know, challengers is, bro, it's been popping off. I feel like it's definitely been getting more attention and people are starting to respect it a little bit more. I mean, again, I still think like CDL teams, like, they don't know how to utilize like some of those challenger players per se. But like, for instance, Mac, I don't think Mac is being utilized to what he's supposed to be. I don't think Mac by any means has been playing up to his potential. And I think he would even say that. I think that goes into a lot of different things. Listen, when I teamed with Mac,
he's disgusting, bro.
Like
He's gross.
I played around him. I was just like, yo, I'll play around you. Like, don't be afraid to make plays. Like, fucking get active. Like, if I'd see him doing something that I really liked, I'd be like, yo, keep doing that shit. Like, yo, do that again. Like, if you get the opportunity, do that. Like, do that again. I'll do this type shit. Like, I feel like you have to put Mac in an element where he can fry. I just don't think right now he's like in that element. He's like in that system where like he's being put in good situations. Sometimes when I watch him play, I feel like he's just like sitting hills a lot, or like thinking too much about the objective. Like, it just seems like he's like doubting himself. Like, sometimes it seems like he's doubting himself and he needs to get that confidence back. When I played with Mac, his confidence was fucking nuts.
Hey, man, look.
In NW, he challenged everything. He won, so like he wasn't scared. He never hesitated. Like sometimes you see it, you know, and it's just like, damn, bro. Like
This might be out of pocket, Tom, but I'm gonna just say this, bro. Like, hey, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're trying to, I hope he stays in the league for a very, very long time. I really do, because I fucking love Mac. He's a great dude. Hey, if you ever need to get your confidence back up, I'll always make a spot for you on Boston Academy. You'll be fine. You'll be the best player in challenges. Your stock will go through the roof, and you'll be right back in the league in no time. Like, I promise on God, if you ever need a fallback plan, Mac, I got you.
Like,
Because
bro,
I believe,
Mac would probably fry in challengers.
110%. I believe in him 110%.
Yeah, he'd probably
I saw
fry
things
down
about
there.
Mac. Bro, in MW, he was the best player in the New York subliners, and it made sense because of the team dynamic. I think that what happened with Seattle Surge with their team dynamic is that it's kind of like what the community thinks. I think sometimes the community's faded, but in this situation, I think the community has a lot of truth to it. Like, I think things change internally when Preg got offers to Optic. I think it affected their psyche. And I think Mac is resorting to like degrading himself in a way. Like, Mac is that fucking guy. Like, Mac is a superstar in my head. Like, so it just tells me like it's all about the team dynamic and it's all about just time.
I mean, Doug, they didn't beat a
it's how it
single
goes.
team this year on LAN. Like they went the whole year only beating LAG, and then who did they end up being? I think they ended up beating one more team. I can't remember who the hell it was. Chat, who was it? Who did they end up beating on LAN this year? They just didn't have the
They got
best.
second at the first event. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but it was just that they didn't have the best track record at all against like good teams. Like they didn't beat any good. Like they didn't beat a lot of good teams. Like so, like a lot of their wins and shit. Like in their top placings, they were playing like other teams. But like, bro, I feel like when you want to be able to beat those like top teams, like those teams at the top, like again, like you're gonna need a lot more than talent. Like it's gonna come down to other things. And sometimes it just looked like they were off, bro. Sometimes it looked like they weren't on the same page. Like they were doubting, that they were overthinking their plays. And I'm sure Seattle, I feel like Seattle might even agree with this. You know, like if they like look back on the year, I'm sure there's things looking back on that they wish they should have done differently. I mean, if they have no regrets, they have no regrets. But fucking, you know how it goes, bro. Like sometimes
I think this
like,
is one
it
of the
just doesn't
first
work.
Lamar-led teams that didn't get a win. Like Lamar, I say this all the time about him. He loves running shit. He loves things to be his way. And I don't have a problem with that if you get results. And he's consistently had results throughout his whole career. I think this is one of his first years where, I mean, they could still win champs, so I'm not going to like count them out. But like, you know how many times
I
I've
mean,
talked
they
to Aches
qualified
about,
for champs, you know, and they got the. And I know you talked to Pab on
dude,
the
you know
reverse
how many
sweep.
times he like roasts their shit and say how bad they are? I'm like, bro, look, I have my differences with Lamar, but I'll never question his ability to win. And I always would give Lamar and Seattle their props. And I think this might be the first time, if they don't win champs, where a Lamar-led team didn't win a championship, which just says how impressive Lamar's track record has been, in my opinion, of like building good teams that are always competitive and winning. And I just think it's normal in the CDL where you're going to have down years where you just don't have a good year.
Well,
You
I mean,
just don't have a good thing going for you.
Lamar also is he probably likes COD way more. Lamar finds more success in games that actually make sense though too. You know, like, bro, in a game like this, it's just a completely different, like, it's a completely different time now, bro. Like COD has changed a lot for sure. And I don't even think Lamar has played bad. Like in terms of like how their teams how they've been doing as a team, I chalk it up more to the to the team aspect than it is like an individual problem. You know, I chalk it up more to just like
absolutely
again just like the team and the dynamic. You know, but COD has changed a lot. COD has just definitely changed. Look at this. Look what Aaron's doing, bro.
Oh, dude, like.
Yeah, this is what the Challengers team was doing to me, bro. I was losing fucking full, bro. They were doing this shit just like over and over again. I was like, dude.
Is that your kryptonite, Tom?
Yeah, bro. Those fucking Challengers guys, bro. Those are my kryptonite, bro. Those guys
Yo,
are
Tom,
fucking
I think I'm about to go get off and watch the second half of this Heat game and rest up.
Wait, who's winning?
I have no clue. I'm about to, because it started like an hour ago and I want to watch it.
All right, bet. Go do your thing, Dougie. Go do your thing, bro. It's good talking to you.
Heat for hold on a second, Tom. Oh, it's about to be halftime and it's a 3-point lead for Denver. I'm gonna watch this, but thanks for the talk, because dude, this talk, it's like, I think that there's so many people. What do you have? 4,300 viewers. I have 870. Bro, out of all of you guys, I hope one of you guys in here, I know one of you guys are going through a rut right now. I know one of you guys is in a situation you're not happy with. There's probably more than one, but like, just understand, like, if you have genuine intentions and you're willing to sacrifice and put in work, don't worry about the day to day and don't worry about where you're going to end up. You're going to end up just fine in life. Like, I promise. Because if my dumbass can make it this far, if Tom's dumbass can make it this far, we both have one thing in common. We're willing to listen. We're willing to change and listen and grow and adapt. And it's like honestly a privilege for me to be able to associate with Tom at this point in our life. Because like 10 years ago, we were just like broke kids in my mom's house, like trying to go to local lands, making $1,000 each if we could win it. And now we're sitting here being able to do this for a career. And like, I want to change it for the world. And I'm sure some of you guys want to do this too. So like, if you just like learn from all this stuff, man. Cause like, I just really want to be able to make people better and like help as many people as I can. And I'm sure Tom has the same type of demeanor. And
yeah, don't worry about the past. Don't overthink your future. Just live in the moment. Just live in the moment. Take it day at a time. Take it day by day, and just like make every day like a good day. You know, as long as that day was productive, boom, you're good.
That's what I want to end with before I go. So
later, bro. It was good talking to you, Dougie. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy the rest of your night, Tom.
Yeah, you too, bro.